What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I want to address pandemic EBT benefits because after tomorrow certain states are actually gonna be canceling or really ending these $95 per month benefits that are provided for the supplemental SNAP, right? So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna address the states that are gonna continue with these payments at least for April and possibly a little bit further, so stick around for that. I also want to address the affordable housing crisis that we are currently going through, and also news that the FDA released today saying that they approved a breathalyzer for COVID. So big news there, and I will address that at the end of this video as well. Let's get right into it. And again, all I ask, if you do enjoy these daily uploads, do me a favor, go ahead, hit the like button, and also consider subscribing so you never miss an update. But if you have any question on any of this stuff, ask your question down in the comment section below. Now, I'm going through a lot of comments and deleting a lot of them because more of them are spam, okay? So I am trying to protect you guys. I am trying to delete the spam comments at the same time. I can't comment on a lot of these you guys' questions, so what I do is I like to just create a new video for it. I do 3 videos a day, so hopefully I'm answering all you guys' questions. Let's get right into it. I know that a lot of people are worried. Millions and millions of Americans are worried about their pandemic EBT benefits and the potential that they are going away after tomorrow night. Now, here's the good news. 34 states have approved emergency food stamps for the month of April. That's really good news. Now I'm going to address the states in just a second. I will list off all 34 states. But first, the one thing I want you to understand is these benefits are for about like $95 per month. Now, what this does is if you are not receiving the maximum benefit, okay? Like for your household size, then what happened during the pandemic and what this emergency pandemic supplemental benefits is, or this allotment, what it is, if it pushes you all the way to the maximum benefit, or if you're already at the maximum, they will give you an additional $95 per month. So it's big, okay? It's a pretty substantial benefit, and this is going to continue in these 34 states. The states include Alabama, Arizona, California, Connecticut, Colorado, Delaware, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Michigan, New Hampshire, Ohio, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, New Jersey, Oregon, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. Those 34 states are gonna continue on with this benefit. Now, not only that, but Texas, okay? Texas, of all places, has now been approved for pandemic EBT benefits for the school year 2021 through 2022. What you need to keep in mind is that pandemic EBT is different from pandemic EBT benefits for the school year 2021 and 2022. And here's why you need to understand this. If your state is, for example, Texas, which was just recently approved, if you are approved for pandemic EBT benefits for the school year 2021 to 2022, this means that your child, if they miss 5 consecutive days of school, they will get in Texas $7.10 per day, okay? So what, $35.50 for just 5 days? Now, in order to be eligible for this, first, you have to miss 5 consecutive days of school. The second thing is you have to be approved for either free or reduced meals, okay? And again, it's pretty simple. And for students that missed school earlier on this year, you will actually start receiving your benefits this next week. And those who've missed school for more recently, you will get your benefits come early part of July. So again, Texas has finally been approved for this, and I've been telling you guys this for a while, that if you did get COVID, then your stay is approved and your child got COVID, missed 5 days of school, and your stay is approved. They will give you this money, they will take it onto your EBT card that will come on as an additional payment. So you need to be checking your card if you live in an approved state, And next week, I will actually go through some of the states that are going to be extending this into May, alright? So if you got questions on that or a specific state you want more information on, please comment down in the comment section below. Let me know what state you're coming from and if you want more information on it, and I will look into that for you. Now, here's something else I really want to address, and that's affordable housing. Now, the reason I want to address affordable housing is because right now, nothing's affordable, but millions of Americans are actually using very questionable methods to get in an affordable home. And I want to bring this up because I had a friend actually who just recently told me about a mistake that he made. So let me just explain the story and you'll kind of get the idea. But the other day I ran into a friend and he told me he was making payments to a homeowner to continue to finance the house in which he had originally made or got the loan back in the early 2000s. So the loan was fairly cheap. Now what actually happened, the homeowner got into some trouble and was just pocketing the money. So he was actually making the payments. Eventually the house could either need to be sold and the missed payments could have been to be paid up, or it's going to be foreclosed on, and that's likely the situation he's in. But the big issue was that there was no paperwork. The entire deal was done with a simple handshake. And because of this, all the money that my friend was paid, which is horrible, but which is all cash, is gone. So he's not getting this house, which he thought he was going to make, like a killing off of, right? Or get his great deal, right? He's making these cheap payments living in the house with the previous homeowner, right? And so again, it's odd, but these are the mistakes that people are making. Now, I actually recently read an article about a couple that was paying who they thought was the homeowner, and they were paying on a lease-to-own amount. It wasn't even a contract. Now, thus, the article says the homeowner lived in the basement and the couple lived upstairs for most of the pandemic. And just recently, this couple found out the guy living in the basement wasn't the homeowner, but a tenant. And they were simply paying the large amount of money on rent to all for nothing. They weren't going to get anything out of this, so the guy living in the basement, which was technically the tenant, was saying he's the homeowner, so you pay me. So I don't know the exact figures, but let's say it's $1,500 a month house, right? Or a $2,000 month house. And the person that's living upstairs who wants to do the rent to own deal, they're saying, okay, I'll pay $2,000 a month. Perfect. So they pay the guy $2,000 a month. He takes the money and he just pays the landlord the $2,000, which is what he owns. So technically, he's living in the basement for free. And the whole deal pretty much was a horrible deal. But things like this have actually gotten Congress' attention, and this is why we're seeing a bigger push for more affordable housing here in the US. Here's the problem. Again, major problem. The supply chain is so disrupted. There are so many issues that, according to experts, it's going to take years to get back to a state where we have more affordable housing, especially by, simply building. Now, with the rates increasing, many home builders, not home buyers, home builders are worried that they could be sitting on new builds unless they either lower the price to make the offer of the home more attainable, or they can just carry financing. Now again, this isn't great. This isn't great news. But this is what we're seeing. People are trying to get into homes no matter what they have to do. It could be an adjustable rate mortgage. They are going to jump in and hope they can adjust their rate later. And if things continue to go sideways or south, well, the rates are gonna go up. So there are a lot of risks here. But this is what Congress is worried about, that the American people are making questionable decisions on where they live. So we'll see if Congress does anything about it, but as of right now, there's not much up to their sleeve. And lastly, there's the new COVID breathalyzer, and this has actually been approved for emergency use authorization by the FDA. Now, this slot machine will only be able to be used in doctors' offices, hospitals, and testing sites. They say it's about the size of a small duffel bag, but the best part about this is it can detect results within 3 minutes. So it's much faster than the 15-minute, test that we got from the government. But according to the company, they say this can correctly identify positive cases 91.2% of the time, and it will correctly identify negative samples 99.3% of the time. So pretty substantial, pretty accurate, not 100%, but I don't think anything is. So right now, that's what we know. Again, as we get more information on what's really going on, what's coming out to the American people, for the American people, or what's going on to really impact us here in the United States, I promise I will bring you those updates as soon as we get them again. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next video.